What do you want? Chicken!
My name is Rosin and I work on the Western San Francisco Marathon Union Square.
Just a comment on what's going on today. We're here with supporting the hotel strike, but just for people to know why is everyone waiting in line right now? What's going on?
We don't know exactly what local is inside. They give to us a box of food because we are on a strike. We are on a strike for 2 months, and the local, I don't remember what kind of local inside, they give food to us for the Thanksgiving.
Is this a gesture for,
Yes.
for Thanksgiving
For the
week?
strikers people.
To know that
It's a 2,000 people strikers, and they give to us food for this
what hotel you strike? What hotel?
Western San Francisco, Marriott Western San Francisco.
But Powell, and then now here on Market, I heard
The Marquis, the Hyatt Regency. We are at 6 hotel on the strike right now. 2,000 people on the strike. For the fair contract, we want to get the benefits. They don't want to give to us any increase the rates, and then they don't want to give the health care, and they want to cut the pension, the health care pension. That's why we are outside to fight for our benefits.
I'm Kim Tavaloni. I'm the Executive Director of the San Francisco Labor Council.
Okay. So, Kim, thank you for being available for this interview. If you could just tell us why we are here today for our audiences.
We have over 100 volunteers helping to distribute holiday boxes to the Unite Here strikers who've been on strike for 65 days.
How do you think is the progress with the strike is going?
It's going well. They're expanding. The workers are staying strong. There's very few scabs. So, Unite Here is in a very strong position.
That sounds great. For anybody that's watching that wants to be getting involved and help out, or if you have any message for the public.
Go spend some time on a picket line. If you want to pick up a box of donuts or a box of coffee, bring it down to any one of the picket lines. Workers are always excited when people come by and walk the line with them and show support.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, any shout outs? Closing remarks.
Closing remarks. Stay strong, join a union if you can, and if you want to know more about the labor movement, call the San Francisco Labor Council.
Look at you! Look at you!
Cassandra Curio. I'm the president of United Educators of San Francisco. We represent 6,600 certificated and classified workers. 6,000 of them are in Unified School District here in San Francisco, and 70% of our members live here in the city and county of San Francisco. We're here today at the Moscone Center with the Labor Council, helping to distribute food for the upcoming holidays to Local 2 workers who've been on strike for over 2 months. Just today, another hotel with Local 2 went on strike. The workers have been putting in the work to ensure that management is paying what they deserve, both in wages and health care. In this economy with the rising prices of everything, labor came together to support and provide what we needed for folks to be able to make it across the holidays with as much as we could provide them with and much help. You know, it's a time for people to come together, but when you're on strike, it can feel a little isolating. It can feel like maybe you're out there on your own, and if you're supporting a family, it's even harder, and folks are never alone. Labor stands together, and we educators, we have the week off, so we're putting in the work to help today. Unite Here across, and all the hotel workers across the entire country have been fighting for a while. Post-pandemic, companies are trying to outsource. I know myself, I've been to hotels where they're not providing room service every day for cleaning the sheets and the towels, and I know that that means that a worker isn't getting paid. I know that they're trying to stretch people thin and make people do more while being paid less, and that's not right. I deserve to ensure that when I'm going to an establishment that it has fair labor and working wages, and that's why we support the local Unite Here strikes across the country. We've made sure that at any union events that we attend, we're not going to hotels that are on strike. We're honoring picket lines and making sure to show our solidarity here in San Francisco. We have a huge tourism industry. So the hotel industry, the owners themselves, that management, they have to invest in San Francisco, and that's what's required for our entire economy to come back. These are my students' families that work at the hotels in San Francisco. And so I see it as all connected to our larger struggle to ensure fair wages for everyone. In large part, when folks do like to come to the Bay Area during the winter because we have mild winter weather. We also have like really fun things to do. It's such a close drive. And I think at large, the public can reach out and ensure that they're coming to a picket line and showing their support whenever they have an opportunity on their way to different things, right? There's no harm in walking a few rounds of the picket line. Also in making that voice known to the management of these hotels, whether it's the Hilton or the Marquis or the whatever the big name is, but also to the management there locally, that you wish that they would comply with what's fair and provide this contract now. Yeah.
Any closing remarks? Any shout outs you want to do?
One day longer, one day stronger.
You're gonna grab your 2 chickens here and then all the way down to the end of the bar.
Go ahead and give her your ticket.
I'm Monica Meneses. I'm from the Contra Costa Labor Council.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you could just tell us what we're doing here.
Yeah, so Unite Here 2 is on strike. They are their employer is not doing right by them, and so they're striking workers, and we are feeding them as Thanksgiving's coming up in 2 days. We're putting together boxes for their Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, what's in the boxes?
I've looked in a couple of, I haven't looked all the way down, but I definitely saw a pie in there. We're giving them 2 chickens each to each family, and some eggs. And so I didn't dive any deeper, but there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah, do you know where they get it from?
I don't actually. Yeah. We can definitely. I was
Okay.
like, there is an organizer in here that does know. I'm a worker bee, so I just came to help out in the lines and make sure that everything's running smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any closing remarks? Shout outs.
Go Unite 2. Win.
My name is Dylan Lopez. I'm with Local 87. We're out here giving out chicken for Local 2 because they've been in the strike. We've all been there. It's a hard time, so the solidarity is important. I'm glad to see all the unions here. We got like Triple, we got all types, A, we got everyone out here, the Teamsters, and it's really important time, especially in these holiday seasons, to be out here. So it makes me proud that I'm here with, helping everyone.
Hi, I'm Jody, and I'm here at the Unite Here Local 2 food distribution event, supporting our hotel workers who have been on strike for over 2 months now. We're handing out food, chicken for this holiday week. I'm a member of United Educators of San Francisco, and I'm here to support labor in San Francisco. These hotel workers are fighting for a living wage, and they're also fighting against management's attempts to cut their health care. As a teacher, going into our next contract battle, we're going to be up against the same things from our management. And in such an expensive city, it's important that labor sticks together.
My name is Ken Trey. I'm a retired San Francisco school teacher. And I was very glad that there were unions when I started teaching in '85 and that there was a teacher union. But I didn't know much about it. But I started raising hand at union meetings. And eventually, after 25 years teaching, I left the classroom and became the political director of UESF. But now I'm fully retired.
Okay, if you want to just tell us why we're here and what we're doing here.
Yeah, well, the teachers have a long-standing, close relationship with Unite Here and the hotel workers. Many of our students' parents are Local 2 members, and so I'm just here as a retired teacher and continuing union member to lend a hand to our great friends in Local 2. And you think of the tens of millions of dollars made in the tourist industry, which is coming back in San Francisco. Hotel workers are entitled to a decent wage and decent fringe benefits. And it's shameful that the bosses are not settling the contract.
What was your role here today as a volunteer?
My main role was I was a chicken bagger, which meant as people came along, we took the blue ticket and everyone got 2 chickens. And my hands are a little numb now and red, as you can see. But it was great fun, and I'm just handing out chickens.
That's amazing. Do you know where these chickens are coming from? Do you know where the donations are basically coming from for all the foods that are here?
Yeah, I'm not sure who made the donations. I'm not sure that the chickens are both Foster Farm or Purdue. And it was interesting that Local 2 members had their likes and dislikes. So some wanted the Purdue and some wanted the Foster Farm. But I'm not sure. You should probably ask someone from Local 2 how they got donated to the union.
Do you have any message for the public, how they can help, or if you have any?
Yeah, I think people should respect the picket lines. If they have relatives coming to town, maybe they could find a union hotel in which there are not picket lines, or maybe put them up in their bedrooms and support the Local 2 members. If you're retired like I am, and especially if you're a retired union member of any union, come out and join the Local 2 picket lines. And it's a lot of fun, and you get your steps and keep you healthy and your spirit alive. Local 2 in the house. All right, thank you guys.
My name is Olga Miranda, and I'm with SEIU Local 87.
Okay, so if you want to just tell us why we're here.
This is labor, organized labor in San Francisco at its best, and it's not just San Francisco labor, it's Contra Costa, it's South Bay, it's San Mateo. It's everybody kind of coming together to be able to prepare these food baskets for Local 2 members that have been out on strike for over 60 days. And it makes us very proud that we shine. When one of us is down, we shine together, and we're able to pull this off.
It's amazing. If you just tell us, what's the progress been with the strike?
You know what? The progress has been that the workers are not willing to take any crumbs. They've had really strong contracts all of these years, and management, hotel owners want to be able to strip every and every worker in San Francisco from as much as they possibly can and roll back the clock on our rights and the benefits we've had in our contract. And if they get away with it with Local 2, they're going to take all of us on. And this is a great demonstration of the leadership of our council to be able to step up for our sisters and brothers from Local 2.
That's amazing. How do you think the public can help or participate in the...
You know what? Right now, our stock is up as far as organized labor. People are asking. People want to join the unions. But the way that the public can really help is show up and speak up. and educate themselves about strikes and why they're so significant, so that the boss knows that the workers have a voice and that we have rights to sustain what we have. But the best way that the public can help us, can help organized labor, is showing up. And if your kids or you are asked to sign a union card, sign the goddamn card, because your quality of life will change significantly, and that's what organized labor does. Everybody here, from the forklift drivers to the custodians, the janitors at Moscone, to the folks that prepare the food, that sell the coffee, that serve the coffee, everybody, you have teachers in there, building trades, electricians, plumbers that are in there. Every single one of them, and everyone in the public is touched by a union worker, right? You're only like 2 or 3 people away from having somebody served you, taken care of you, made your hotel room, cleaned out your trash. Those are all unionized workers. And the lights on the corner, when people have blackouts, those are IBEW sisters and brothers out there in the goddamn rain taking care of folks. And every time you think of, we should have this and we should have that, that's a union member. So there's a lot of families, but we shine. We absolutely shine when we're down.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing. Do you have any last remarks or any shout outs?
I'm too old for shout outs, but I will say this, it makes me very proud when we do things like this. These elections were a good learning lesson, but it's going to bring us all together. And come January, we're all going to learn what's to come, but we're just preparing, and this is one of those. It's a good test, right? So, thank you.
So basically, here in California, we believe that everyone is created equal, and we know that immigrants are a vital and inseparable part of our community. So 1 in every 4 California is an immigrant, and almost half of California children have at least one immigrant parent. Over 1 million California children have at least one undocumented parent. People from all over the globe call California home, enrich our social and cultural fabric. Fairness, freedom, and opportunity should be at the core of immigrant policy or immigration policy. All of us, including immigrants, have a stake in building a better future. So we all deserve to be safe in our community, to have a good school, livable wages, and affordable housing.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Bruce Galley. I'm from Northern California, Pit River Indian, Ochimauwi, and Filipino. I'm also a United Farm Workers. I worked in the field. My other brother that went to the spirit world, he walked with Cesar Chavez. We want to, at this time, acknowledge the Creator, God, that give us life, to breathe today, like that, and for future generations. And we also acknowledge for the Creator, like that, the life of these trees, like that, the grass, the water is life. And also for all living human beings, like we're talking about the four-legged, the ants, the bees, the birds, the wing animals, and even the stone people. We say today, everybody that's here, that when we leave after this walk, that everybody travels safely at home, like that. And we want to acknowledge that the young people, for our young people, us elders, we need to bring all our young people together, because they're our representatives, they're our future. And we also want to acknowledge that all of us that are here today that we're acknowledging that even the people that are in the fields today working to put that vegetables on our table, the mothers and the fathers that have to stay home like that are maybe on disability or maybe have hardship with their vehicles, couldn't get enough gas and that stuff like that, we're walking for them today also.
Donald Trump has promised mass deportation and detention. So with this promise, this will tear immigrant parents from citizen children, bring chaos to our neighbors, dispossess community members who have long called California home. and jeopardize public safety and trust. So people are struggling right now, and Trump is exploiting fears over economic insecurity by scapegoating our immigrant neighbors. But greedy corporations, not people seeking refuge and safety in the U.S., are responsible for raising the cost of living for everyone in our community. Some of the first Californian Trump may target includes people, including permanent residents, who have served their time for conviction many decades ago and are a vital part of our communities. These community members are beloved parents, mentors, caretakers, neighbors, and community leaders. So under current practices in our state, people who serve their time and earn release from prison or jail can still be double punished by being transferred to ICE.
under attack by Donald Trump's planned policies, I wouldn't have believed you. But what has shocked me most, though, is that even today, I'm still fighting for the same things I fought for when my dad was detained by ICE. 7 years later, families are still being torn apart, just as mine was. Children are still separated from their parents, and the policies that should protect us are fueled by hatred and racism. But those are not the values that we stand for. We fight for dignity and justice. We believe in the power of community and the strength of our voices. That's why we as a community must listen to and care for the youth and families affected by unjust immigration practices like ICE transfers and deportations. As someone who has experienced family separation, I know that when someone is detained or deported, they're not the only ones who suffer. When I was 12, my father was detained and my mother could no longer care for me. I went to live with my aunt, who raised me as her own. I'm grateful for her, but I can't help think of the children who don't have this option. Those placed in foster care, broken homes, or those who lose both parents and never see them again. I think of the parents too, those who live in fear of losing their children, those who die before they can reunite. I think of those forced to leave the country and the communities they've helped build or are ready to contribute to. California, the home of the most immigrants in our nation, must do more to protect our immigrant communities. While government policies may be regressing, our voices are progressing. That's why we are here today calling on Governor Newsom and the California legislature to use every tool available to protect us. Use our resources to invest in our communities, not in ICE transfers and deportations. Not 1 cent for mass deportation. Ensure that California does not sell or lease any land or facilities that can be used for mass detention. Dignity, not detention.
Julie Chapman, and we're here with Indivisible Sacramento to fight for human rights and immigration.
I noticed your banner. I think it's like the longest banner here. Can you describe the banner, how it came about?
Well, we've been doing banners for several years, and what we do is we get together and we cut out all the letters and we glue them down to felt, and we buy out all the felt that we can find in the area. So.
And for those that aren't aware of the danger of Project 25, can you please explain, what does that entail and the reason why you have this banner to make sure that it's a definite no on that.
It's 900 pages of hate. It's basically undoing everything that we've come to know and expect and rely on as citizens. And we're here to fight taking it all away, from immigrants to Social Security to our education. If you haven't read 900 pages of it, you might want to get just a synopsis of it.
precios con talento y confianza. Sonia también le tiran piedras. Que vive el inmigrante con todos sus trabajos, llamando con amor en las ciudades y campos. Seguirá con desprecio, no agachen la cabeza. Valientes en el paso con orgullo y con grandeza. Que vive el inmigrante, le duela a quien le duela.